This is an invitation to get on the path. This is from last year's archive. Anger, frustration, fear, and death have continued across the planet because of COVID. This was relevant in 2020. It's relevant today. It will be relevant in 2051. As the hero of your own life, as the shero of your own life, it's time to challenge and let go of old beliefs, resisted experience, process unresolved trauma, and discharge unexpressed grief. There is no ecstasy without an agony. It's time to integrate and metabolize the pain. So here's the hero's journey in 4 minutes from March 2020. So welcome to your hero's journey in the time of coronavirus, COVID-19. The end of March 2020, and we're in a global hero's journey. The hero's journey was made known by Joseph Campbell 50 some odd years ago. It's universal and it's ancient, and it's absolutely relevant to men and women today on the planet. It's relevant to this time in human history. There's 7 stages to the most basic format of the hero's journey. And the 7 stages are separation being 1, descent 2, ordeal 3, pit abyss, which is 4, transformation, which is 5, ascent, which is 6, and return, which is 7. So we're going to run through these 7 stages of the hero's journey as it relates to you and me and every man and woman and child on the planet. The first is separation. It's already happened. I and you have separated. We have separated from our old way of being. Global pandemic, it's happening everywhere. Global recession on some level is happening. We've separated from the old way of being. We're in the descent. We're both, all of us, dealing with this unknown territory. We have never been here before. It's unknown to us globally. And perhaps I'm moving into some feelings and some unknown feelings I've had inside my gut and my heart, my soul, maybe even some old belief systems that aren't operating, some discomfort's happening. And maybe the ordeal is still coming. Maybe the ordeal has already hit you. What's your part? What's my part in exacerbating this global pandemic? How have I misappropriated my own privilege? Or have I ignored public health? Perhaps their ordeal is loss of income, or your business having challenges, or how are you going to sustain this? So it could be a real ordeal or a coming ordeal. So 2 things can happen here at the 3rd stage. So when you go from separation to descent to ordeal, you're in the 3rd stage. You either can refuse the call and just go back and go to the bar and hang out, get drunk, hide out, or you could just fall off into fear and negative thinking, into the pit and the abyss, or just coming into a place of where you're not moving, you can't take any action. Or you can keep going. And if you keep going, you'll reach out to other people. You'll share your fear with other people. You'll get to a place of some kind of vulnerability, transparency, and admitting you don't know what the hell's going on and you're scared. That's where the transformation happens. That's where insight from others, insight from, wow, I got to do things different. Something will show up that will guide you to the next step. That's the transformation, step 5. Step 6 is ascent. There's a certain lightness of being that happens to the hero or the shero, whether it's ancient or just today dealing with COVID. And then this lightness of being brings me back to, now what? How do I return to my community? How do I participate in my life today? How am I going to be different? How can I be part of the solution? And what can I do to serve my inner vision inside my community? That's the hero's journey today during COVID. Peace.